The ground is so alive and full effect. I make this look easy, make it harder than a catcher. You the type of nigga turn fed if you get swept. Make your belly in it, gotta expect the unexpected. But this it was expected. I ain't nothing special, just a nigga from the field. You can say a lot about me, but you can't say I ain't real. Yeah, really from the bottom. All I know is pain. Went from trapping out of trailers to the A. I done came a long way. Hey, it's your boy Pete Myers, man, and you rocking with the drop off on WPGG TV. That's where people get good TV. You dig? I am Pete Myers, originally from West Virginia, the best Virginia. You heard it here first. Nah, but small town kid. I mean, big town dreams.
What was it like growing up in West Virginia? Because you know people have this stigma of West Virginia that the hills have eyes, all types of shit.
Hey, it's so crazy.
But please.
So yeah, everybody always think about it. So, and it's so crazy. I gotta correct you. So it's actually the wrong term. Wrong Turn is actually supposed to be based in West Virginia. So it's like in a neighboring town, cannibals and stuff like that. Yeah, it's extremely country. It's different, but man, the community of people, man, they love each other. Andy Griffin, he from there. So you just gotta, I don't know, you just gotta go there to really get the vibe. So to be a young black male though, yeah, you really had some obstacles to jump through, just because still racist, you know, a lot of racism and stuff, but a lot of people, that's just how they were raised. I'm not saying it's okay, but that's just how it was. So, I mean, you just had to get through all of that. So it's like one of them, you could score touchdowns for us, but you can't date our daughters or talk to us in a certain type of way, or you can't work here, but you can go out here and play out here for us. So you grew up with a lot of that. I haven't been there in a few years, but West Virginia, I think the minimum wage, I think is still $8, give or take. You can't raise a family off of that. I mean, let's just be honest. And I ain't gonna get too much into politics or none of that, but where I come from, you gotta make do. Like you have to make a way. So I did a lot of things, you know, in my life that got to get to where I am today. You know, that was one of the things. Like my mom ain't like what I was doing out the back of her trailer, you feel me? But it kept the lights on, you know what I'm saying? So it also like I said something in another song, like, bro, like, I don't know how many hot and ready pieces my sister and I had to split, you feel me? And I was tired of that. So I had to make a play. I had to make some plays. So, I mean, that's just really where it come from. But I knew if I would have stayed in that hometown, I would have kept that mindset. Like, yeah, I know I can get a bag. I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. So I knew that college was the only thing that was really gonna save me at the time. So, yeah, so I say I came a long way. Trapping out of trailers today. Like, it's crazy, but you know, I mean, everybody got a past and shit. That's just what it is. Bluegrass is huge where I'm from. I actually just found out it was a African American from one of my neighboring towns. Like, he was like one of the top bluegrass artists back in the day, and it's actually crazy. Shout out to my homie AP. 3 Up To It brand, he actually gonna do something like 3 Up To It. Basically, it's like West Virginia, it stands for West Virginia, so it's kind of like a pride thing. So, you know, I thought that was dope to find a black bluegrass player from West V. So that's cool, but I would be the first artist. Yeah.
You ready for that?
I'm built for it. Built for it. I'm an advocate of love. Like I want to see. If it's genuine, like I really want to see everybody win. Like I really, really mean that. It's never, if I dap you up or if I say what's up to you, it's like never anything fake. If I ever like reach out, that's me saying like, bro, I rock with you. Cause I don't reach out to a lot of people. Like I don't talk to a lot of people just to keep my sanity. Cause there's so much flawed stuff in the world. Like we do so much stuff for the gram. I still like to keep stuff like, I'm real big on calling people. I hate texting. I absolutely despise it for real, because you never know what somebody mean through a text. You could just somebody be mad, or like you could say, you think that you saying something funny and somebody will be like, LOL. Like, bro, was it funny or not? Fuck out of here. Why are you just giving me an LOL? Like, was it ha funny? Like, what's up? So you never know, or if somebody mad or whatever, but I'd rather just talk. And all around, like I keep to myself a lot. I like to read and work on music. In my spare time, I like to read, but all the time, like I'm a music head, studio rat. I sleep in it if I could. I get in trouble a lot, actually, for that. I make a lot of music that I feel like making, not what everybody else want to hear. I actually, in like July, I think, I dropped a, what you call it, like a reggae, like a dance hall vibe. Yeah, it was it's crazy. It's called Lose Control. Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. Title, check that out. It's a good vibe. Something to get the party going. A lot of R&B stuff. I write a lot of R&B music. So if anybody, if you ever heard something of mine that was like slow or whatever, I wrote everything. Wrote a lot of stuff for a lot of artists in my hometown, as far as like singing songs, some gospel songs, a lot of hip hop, of course, and really just me. I like to infuse a lot of stuff, so you'll hear a lot of singing and hip hop and melodies. I'm really melodic when it comes to some stuff, but not like auto-tune out the whole time. Like, I try to at least keep that real, that feeling. Not knocking anybody beyond it, but I just like to feel that. Because, you in the car, you riding down the interstate, somebody hit a high note. Like, you hear Aretha hit a high note. You like, oh, you felt that, compared to if, you hear somebody that's like, they altered the pitch or whatever, it may not hit the same. So I'm big on that. So to answer your first question, I mean, I don't know. And I feel like a lot of people maybe can resonate with this, but my mom taught me how to be a man. And when I mean by that, it's like, like my dad, like he really wasn't around, for his apparent reasons or whatever. We patched that up, but my mom taught me how to be a man, but it was her version of how to be a man. So with that, I had my own struggles, because she telling me like, yeah, this is what you need to do for a woman and stuff like that, and this, that, and the third. I'm like, all right, well, I go out in the street and I do that, and then it's like, that's not what they like. But the older I got, the more I realized like everyone is different. So I had to, go and like just move the puzzle pieces around and do it that way. On top of the fact that my mom also showed me how to hustle, how to look at certain things. Like, don't pout. You could be down and out. For what? Like, you either gonna cry about it or you gonna get your ass up and do something about it. You feel me? So it was like, I took those life lessons, man, and it made me the man into it, like who I am today. My mom's super old school. Everybody always say that, man, but my mom, like, bruh, Black Street, and I say old school because, I was born in '90, so like, she on that type of time. Like, of course, Patti LaBelle and, all of that stuff. But what I remember the most, like, vividly is, like, Black Street, Dave Hollister, Silk, you know what I mean? A lot of Tone, I forget the name. But them, like, that was just dope. That was dope to me, because I'm like, man, I'm in the back, like, I'm like, yo, this is vibing. Like, yeah, I'm making plays, but I'm like, man, this is dope. Like, I love that. And it's crazy because, like, I got into making beats. So, like, I still produce, but that was what got me interested into music. And I'm like, yo, this is dope. And I kind of asked myself that same question. I'm like, man, am I going to talk about this, like what everybody else is doing? Because, everybody always talking about, yeah, this is back when Gucci had, like, Gucci was out and just dropped trap music and all of that stuff. So, that's the vibe. So with me, I'm just like, man, what can I do to, because it's crazy. I started writing over other people's beats or other people's songs. I'm like, yeah, okay, I say this, I say that. But I sounded like them. So I'm like, man, let me just do it myself. And I started finding different beats. And then I found myself talking about some of the same things. So I realized, I'm like, bro, why don't you just be you? Like, don't be afraid to be you. Because at first, as an artist, at least for me, I was nervous because I'm like, man, I don't want people to judge me. And then I realized that, I have a story. It's a testimony. So I feel like it's no other way but to tell people my story. Like the stuff like, I got a heart condition that I don't even really talk about very much, but down to the, you know what I mean? Niggas ain't had lights, niggas ain't had water, niggas ain't have heat in the wintertime. So it's like, man, like, I feel like, and it's not even on no, like, yeah, I come from this. It's like, bruh, like, you don't really understand where I come from. Like, if you knew, you'll root for me too. And it ain't even on, like, no cap shit. Like, it just really, it was hard. Like I said, niggas is making $8 an hour. Like, how you gonna raise 2 kids off that shit? Let alone, like, yourself. Like, bro, my mom did so much, like, without, just for niggas to make play, like, just for I can, like, have something. I gotta talk about that shit. So it's like, it don't make sense for me to be talking about, like, yeah, talk about the jewelry and shit like that. Like, that's cool, but I want to tell my story. Like, yeah, nigga, like, this is where, nigga, this is how I came up, and this is where I come from. So that's how I feel about it. Hey, it's your boy Pete Myers, man, and I'm dropping off my latest single, Honest Drip, on all streaming platforms. Nigga, tell everybody, this song is really about honesty. Like, I'm just be honest with yourself. You keep it real with me, I'm gonna keep it real with you. And I think that's the energy that we all need to have. We need to keep that same energy from 2019 throughout. Stream that joint right there. You see that joint? You see it? It's right there. Stream that, play that, like that, share that, tell a friend, tell your mama and them, tell your auntie and them. Nigga, tell everybody.